Hello. How's it going? Shad title, gonna be on it? Yeah, I know. Within it takes balls to be this brutally fucking self-deprecating, you know? Is it self-deprecating or self-depreciating? I've heard both, but I don't know which one's, like, correct. Alright. Where were we? We were painting crewmate for artillery. I'm adding Wraithbone to my web palette right now. Wraithbone is an excellent sort of off-white cream color. And I think that's the color I want to use for the outfit for the crewmate. So that's what I'm going to use. Oh, by the way, I have been approved for that apartment I was talking about. So, I will have a new place soon. So, get a little extra paint there. Alright. What was I saying? Oh right, new place. Should be moving in Monday. So you guys should be seeing the new setup. Yeah, man. I'm gonna want to use a smaller brush than this. The current brush is way too thick. Looks like the fucking booties on these boys. Got a smaller brush. Yeah, I feel you, man. I don't have skeletons, but I do have, Nagash is claiming me. All is Nagash, and Nagash is all. Paint really thin and watery right now. Hello. How's it going? I'm just continuing to paint these boys. These exceptionally thick boys. Watery fucking. They are. Well, sort of. Technically, they would count as iron weld, actually, because they're the machines of war. But these are old Empire kits. So if that answers that question, I don't know if it did or not. A couple of them are kit bashed, though. I was showing them off last night. I grabbed some bits and pieces from a local game store. And kit bashed them. Yeah, these are the crewmen. Yeah, I'm painting them like a blue, gray, and cream color. And I'm sort of liking how it looks. I'm gonna go back over this with the blue again on the legs here, but yeah, I'm liking how they look for the most part. The blue-gray color that I used is the Fang, the Citadel one. It's like the dark blue-gray one. I think it's like the base coat for Space Wolf. Oh, okay. I think it's also the base coat for baseball. It looks very nice, yeah. This guy, I think we said we were going to paint this little towel thing and probably this band down here. Hey, you said you were going to bitch to me about order. Fucking do it already, bitch. Hair drawn, Illuminat. What did, man? What would be the fourth one? Start of the Cane? I don't think they're broken. I don't think they're like necessarily top 5. But you would know more about them than I would, though. Yes, though. Orcs can teleport their entire army. Though can Stormcast. I mean, I don't know, that's good, but, like, as I understand it, you don't want to build an entire army out of them. The best one being Teclis, I assume. I mean, they're getting a bunch of stuff happening right now, dude. Third best. Trying to think who would be Teclis Archaon. Oh, I didn't realize Archaon was such a good centerpiece right now. Also, like, aside from, you know, stuff like, I mean, aside from, like, 1 or 2 exceptions, aren't most matchup pretty, or not matchup, aren't, like, most armies viable, like, balance-wise? Yeah, for real. Fucking, I mean, I don't know. saw somebody on the Age of Sigmar subreddit asking, I think earlier today or maybe it was yesterday, about Beast of Chaos and if it would be like trashed as an army and sort of like replaced by just the god-specific beastmen. And somebody mentioned that like one of the top players at the moment is like undefeated with his Beast of Chaos army tournament. He's like 6-0. So, I mean, I don't know, like, you can win with just about any army, or any faction. It's just a matter of how you build your army and how you play. And a little bit of luck. Although, to be fair, I would point out that for Beast of Chaos, part of their versatility comes from the fact that, like cities of Sigmar, they can be put into most armies and, like, think together pretty well with any other Chaos faction. I mean, you can put Beast of Chaos in pretty much any faction and they'll fit just fine. Or any Chaos army and they'll fit just fine. Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah. It's like a full 2,000 army, right? Yeah, the Caterpillar's like that good for the army. I mean, I know he's good, like, for OBR, but is he like a must-have centerpiece? Like, sometimes the centerpieces can be ignored. Yeah? Okay. Like, I think, Sylvaneth's centerpiece, Ilario, the beetle riding lady. As I understand it, she's pretty bad. Mm. You guys been watching WandaVision, by the way? Oh, got no real plan for the OBR, unfortunately. Coherent, let's go with Italians and all that. Okay. You're the Gothazar Harvesters? Cause those things look fucking terrifying. Yeah, for sure. I had a peg pretty quickly, at following the House of M storyline, which it is. Okay. Like, I saw the trailer and I was like, oh, this is House of M. I was just surprised, like, they are going so hard for it. It's the next, Doctor Strange movie. Technically speaking, House of M isn't a multiverse story. At least, not really. It is a good showcase of just how supremely fucking powerful Scarlet Witch is as a character. WandaVision might be. Although with this latest episode, I'm not sure. Okay. I have. I just saw it earlier tonight. And I think we're the only people here at the moment, so we can probably talk about it, like, without needing to worry about spoilers. But I will give a spoiler warning anyway. Yeah, for real. The fucking Quicksilver shit. I was surprised they casted the X-Men actor and not, like they recast him. Maybe. That is certainly a possibility. It's also possible that she just resurrected him and they're using that actor. I suppose it sort of depends. Because they established that, like, she's creating things, like, she's reshaping reality. So, like, I don't know. It could be a multiverse thing, which would set up the Doctor Strange movie, which she is supposed to appear in, as I understand it. Yeah, for sure. But I think for sure what it allows us to do is it allows us to set up mutants. Oh, what's up with that, by the way? My brother was talking about it, but I don't actually know what he meant, because I hadn't been following this. Yeah, it would be wild if this was a setup for X-Men. Like his cameos or his Spider-Man? Oh god, are they doing... Is this Spider-Verse 2 and they're actually doing a live-action movie with him? Huh. Okay. Wild. The biggest brain, yeah, I would. Oh yeah, for sure. He was probably one of the best parts of those movies, to be honest. And they knew it. They added like a scene, like a solo scene for him in basically every single movie. Oh yeah. I'm not a fan of. Really, I don't like any of the Fox movies. Um, First Class was okay, and that was kind of like it. Um, Days of Future Past, I thought was kind of bad. It's okay. I don't know. Yeah. Apocalypse Dark Phoenix was terrible. Like, incomprehensibly bad. And then the original trilogy is okay. I think 2 is the best of those. Oh shit, nice. Every time I watch that movie, I'm reminded of the fact that they have a character who, like, mutant power is being invincible. Like, he's literally unkillable. And he's black. And then they proceed to kill him off, like, in the first 20 minutes. It's insane. Oh, Dark Phoenix is bad. Like, it's just bad. It's not even, like, a good bad. It's just bad. Yeah. Yeah. Good old Fox being absolutely terrible at everything. I don't know, it makes me wonder if that was, like, intentional, or if they just, like... Cause, like, I get the idea. You kill off the guy who's invincible, you know, to show off that the bad guys are a threat, right? Makes sense. But, like, let him do something before you kill him off? Like, I don't know. Develop him as a character, maybe? You know? I don't know, it's just like... It's such a dumb scene. And, like, the best part of that, like, the comics, he's literally unkillable. Like... First Class, Darwin, the character Darwin, his, like, mutant power is being unkillable. But in the movie First Class, they, like, kill him first thing. And, like, I think in the comic there's a comic where he gets, like, attacked by a death god or whatever. And to keep him alive, his powers turn him into a god of death. Because then he won't be able to be killed. Like, that's the level that his powers are on. He can't die. But they kill him off first thing in the movie. Which is like, I don't know. Maybe find a different superpower? Or a different, like, X-Man? Obscure X-Man to use? And then maybe don't, like, fucking stereotype him as the black guy. Oh. That is a very good part of the movie. Magneto hunting Nazis. Come on, Fox, where's my movie about Magneto hunting Nazis? I bet Marvel will do that. Marvel will give me that fucking scene. Marvel will give me that movie, right? They'll greenlight it. Just be like, Magneto hunts Nazis, and that's the movie. That's it. We've done it, boys. We've solved racism. So what do you guys think of Logan? I feel like that movie is really good, but at the same time, it's like you can only watch it once, because like once you watched it once, you kind of just sort of seen it already, and you don't really need to, like, you know what everything that's gonna happen from then on. Like, I don't know. Yeah, it's really good, but like I haven't seen it since I saw it in like theaters or whatever. Yeah, a little. I mean, it could be worse. The comics it's based off of, Old Man Logan, is like way the fuck worse. Yeah, same. The Old Man Logan comics are super fucking depressing. But you wouldn't be able to do like a proper movie adaptation without both, without like the full Marvel universe, I think. Although I imagine now Marvel could do a full adaptation of it if they have the X-Men license. That is a good question. Because, like, I do not know. How do you replace Hugh Jackman? Yeah, but I mean, like, what do you do when the if the actor like dies or something? It was also a very dark theme. I mean, I don't know. Captain Marvel deepfaked Samuel L. Jackson, right? He looked pretty good in that. At least for the most part. Suppose, yeah. Were they not from Mark Hamill? Oh, okay. True. Mark Hamill is a very good voice actor. Just to remind you all of the Joker from the animated Batman show. You may notice, Matt, that this is not the standard 3-year-old body. This is actually a Acadian body. And it's all I could find. It's working fairly well. He also did Ozai? Did he really? Holy shit, that's actually crazy. Don't fucking give me that shit. Fuck him. Cadia broke before the guard did. Fuck him. I don't give a fuck about Cadia. The planet. And it got blown up. Fucking Cadia fanboy. You're not even an Imperial Guard player. You're a fucking Blood Angel player. Fuck him too. My chaos tendencies are coming out. You fucking heard me. I said fuck him. Cadia broke before the guard did. Fuck him. Cadia still broke, didn't he? Like a bitch. Nah. I will admit, only angels may fly is a thick ass fucking line. That's the mood. With angry things. Is that a threat or a promise? Yeah. I mean, I had those things. I found some Cadian bodies, and I figured they're about the same size. And they sort of were. This one was not. I had to like green stuff the arm just a little bit, which is why this arm sort of looks a little bit out of place. And then the heads, obviously, the, you know, various Empire heads. So, yeah, I just kept bashing them together. It's fairly easy to do. There's a lot of old bits, there's a lot of bits from the rest of that Hellstorm kit for the rocket and this. I believe these are like the bullets for it. Like in a little tray. This one is not. This is actually, this is an Empire body, but I'm not sure what it's for. But I cut off the right hand, and I found like a little warhammer with a hand, so I just attached that, and like, I figured it's like a hammer that you hit the thing with, and then a little sword on its side. So that's what I did for that one. So yeah. Kinda wanna do skin tone, but I'm not sure. Yeah, we'll try a skin tone. And we'll see how it turns out. Do this little guy here. We've been starting with him and we'll keep doing that. I want to use a different brush. This one's pretty bad. So I've heard that the contrast skin tone paints are really good, and I want to test that out. So I bought the Fire Slayer Flesh skin tone and the Gilliman Flesh skin tone. And then apparently Wildwood is good for like a black skin tone. Black, like dark brown. Apparently Fire Slayer gets you like a tan, sort of Mediterranean look. And Gilliman is like a pale white. And just cause like I want to see the effects of like what the content, like how they work, how well they work. I'm gonna use Gilliman Flesh tonight on this guy, but I plan on using all three for all of the crew. I've got 6 crew members and 3 of these, so it'll be pretty easy to just do 2 of each for equal representation. And then I've heard that if you use Bugman's Glow underneath, it can enhance the look. So we'll try that out with the second guy. Okay. I'll be a little careful because contrast paints are very liquidy. So if you're not careful, you can kind of accidentally put that on there. And just on my one move, Shinderu my ass. Nothing personnel kid, that's it. You wanted to put away? Grab this one. I think it's a useful tool, and I've heard from several sources that they're really good for skin tone. Or at least their skin tone lines are really good for it. So let's see how it looks. This is Gilman Flesh, again. And it's supposed to end up with like a pale white tone. Supposedly. So I think in this case, what I should have done is, we'll actually leave it and we'll move to a different guy that's, base coated in gray. And we'll see how it looks on that. Eeny, meeny, miny, moe, catch a tiger by the toe, and, we'll grab you. Alright. See how this looks. I actually kind of like how this looks. Might end up doing like a second coat of it. Yeah, I think it's incredibly dependent on what you've got underneath this contrast paint. I'm gonna try and get it to focus. But like that's a very nice looking black. Like a dark skin tone. Which is ironic because Gilman Flesh is supposed to be like the lightest, like most Caucasian looking. But I suppose if I like primed it in white, like Korak white or something, that's probably the effect I would get. But I'm actually pretty impressed by how it looks. So, I'm gonna put all three of these on my wet palette, and we'll just do all the skin tone. Fire Flash. and Wildwood. Remember, Wildwood is the stuff that I filled way back during one of my streams, but I don't have to worry about that now. Because I now have dropper bottles, and I can't fill them. Fucking big brain. Absolute mad lad. Do this guy next, and Fire Slayer. See how that looks. So I see what they mean when they say Mediterranean. When they like, yeah, I think the problem is just that like, if the base coat underneath is too dark, it kind of just ends up blending into that. You don't really get like the color that you want. So I think going forward, when I start like using these colors as skin tone, I'm gonna wanna have like either a gray, or either a gray or a true, but contrast paints are like way more affected by it. Like if you can kind of see, and I don't know if you can, like look at kind of the contrast in, I guess that makes sense, contrast in skin tone from the brightest points that were primed with white, because of the zenithal that I tried to do, and the darkest points that I primed black. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they make painting faces way the fuck easier. I will say that. Make skin tones and painting faces way the fuck easier. But I think if I'm gonna yeah, I'm gonna want to have it one solid color for faces going forward. Cause like, look at that. That beautiful looking brown skin tone. That's using Gilliman flesh, which is not supposed to be a brown skin tone. So, I don't know. I think going forward, I'm gonna want to have some kind of like solid base coat underneath the contrast paint. And then using the contrast paint as almost like a glaze for faces and skin tones in this regard. So let's try then with this guy here. His skin tone, and we'll also try Fire Slayer. And we'll see how it looks on like a solid gray base coat. Thank you. It's not really meant to be a Empire troop, it's meant to be, Empire crewman. I kit-bashed it. But thanks. I'm trying out skin tones with, solely contrast paint, and seeing what the result is, and seeing, like, if I want to keep trying that. And as it is, I'm impressed, but only with the stuff that's primed gray. I have some stuff that's not, that's like an Avenethil prime, and it's not too impressive. That said, I mean, like, look at that. That's a beautiful looking dark skin tone. And that's just with like a solid gray, base coat underneath, prime. Yeah, no problem. Yeah. I mean, this is the black man. That's what that is. And I'm all for that. I guess, like, it's darker than I thought it'd be, is, kind of my initial impression here. I thought it'd be, like, a little bit lighter of a skin tone. But I'm still, like, I still like it. I think it's a good looking, like, I think the skin tone contrast paint is definitely something you should pick up if that's, like, something you'd want to do. I would just say, like, use a lighter, like, white primer, or, make a point of painting the faces in, like, I've heard Bugman's Glow is what you want to use, and it'll make these darker than if you just use white. Yeah, like Wraithbone is maybe a good thing to use, if you have like a light primer. Maybe. I've heard, priming in white, in Korax white, and then using Gilliman Flesh gives you a really good, like Caucasian skin tone. I can't verify that, because I don't have anything primed in full white. The only thing I've got is gray. I would not prime it in white if you're gonna paint, if you want a black color. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's why, yeah. If you want like a darker color, darker skin tone, you can probably just use any of these colors that I'm using and get like a dark skin tone, just straight up. On like this is Gilliman Flesh on gray. It's just black, like it's just a black man. This is Fire Slayer Flesh on dark gray, like a gray prime. Again, it's black, like it's a brown person. I didn't paint this hand, by the way, because I think this is a glove fist. I cut it off and glued it onto this at the kit bash, so that's probably why the hand's done that. Then I was down to the last two, and that's, I'm going to be doing that in Wildwood paint. And I expect another, like, real dark skin tone. I think this is the darkest of the three. And I've used Wildwood before for wood, and it looks pretty good. So, and then I know there's another skin tone color that they've got, called Dark Oath Flesh, I want to say, because it's, and I think that's like the palest. It's meant to be like the super pale, like, Chaos Marauder skin tone. So it's like really pale. Okay. This is almost like a black color. Like a black, not like black person. So if you want to make salamanders, like, for Warhammer 40k, I would say this is probably your best bet. The Neckbeard Andy color. Yeah, this combination, like black primer with Wildwood as your like flesh color, because black primer is just like a little bit too like monochrome. This will add like a little bit more definition to the, like, make it more skin tone like, and it looks like the onyx sort of color that's described when talking about salamanders from 40k. So let's see how it performs on white then with these hands. Okay. I think actually Zenithal worked pretty well on with Wildwood, because you're getting kind of like a blend from the shadows to the light in this regard. So this would be a good skin tone color, I think. And it looks to do pretty well with white primer, just from what little bits I've got here. Oh yeah, I like this song. Look at these fucking dinky swords, by the way. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, this. So, my only criticism with using these like flesh tone is to make sure you're careful with what's underneath the paint before you put it on. Cause like, that looks pretty good. But then like you look at the face and it's kinda strange looking because only bits of it are actually like aren't black, you know? That kinda, I guess just like be careful with what's underneath when you use these, like if you're making skin tone. Because otherwise you can get some like weird skin tones that like you're not really going for. But other than that, I've been pretty proud by like how these are performing. I'm definitely gonna say these are worth it to pick up as like easy skin tones and like varied skin tones because there's a lot more of these than there are like the regular skin tone paint from Citadel. Early, you know, you could use like the Citadel heavy metal method for paint or for skin tone, but I think these are just like better for it. Yeah. But I will say this, you know, even though like each of the gray skin tones have created like sort of a black overall, like in terms of skin tone, instead of like a white skin tone, they're all very distinct looking colors. This, I don't know how well you guys can tell, but like these two skin tones look very different, you know, to my eye. This one's like a lot darker. They're just like there's a little bit more different to it. And then this one's easily the darkest, which makes sense. It's like a dark brown. Yeah. I would say like if you're having trouble with skin tone, or like you don't know how to paint like anything beyond like the Cadian flesh tone, pick up some Citadel flesh tone paint, and then I think you'll be pretty good. And then I think for like a more Asian skin tone, I've been told a Garrosh Dune looks good, or Skeleton Horde. I've been told those two look good. So obviously I didn't get them, so I can't verify that here. If your tip of advice is going to be play death so you don't have to do skin tones, don't even. Purple. Alright, Bugman's Glow, Wraithbone, purple. Oh. Oh, you're saying for like, was that how you got yours? Was that like the mixture that you used? I have an idea. I'm gonna redo this guy, but I'm gonna mix some of the, okay. I'm gonna mix some of the Wraithbone that I've got here with some of the, Gentleman Flesh. Nice. Alright, let's see how this works. See how this works for like a okay. See how this drives, but I think this could work as a pretty decent Caucasian on if you're using it on black primer. Okay. This could maybe act as a decent substitute. I'd probably mix Cadian with Gilliman Flesh instead of Wraithbone like I did. Probably because Cadian I think is a less, I think it's a little bit less thick. Still, you can kind of see that it's like coming out as a much more Caucasian looking skin tone, right? So, we'll see how that dries. But I don't hate it. Yeah, it's alright. I think I would have been better off mixing Cadian with the Gilman. But it's not too bad. Yeah, I think that's going to be it for the night. We just hit over an hour and 30 minutes. If you're watching, if you haven't already, feel free to follow. So you can see when I stream again. I don't know if I'm going to be streaming anytime this weekend, because I think I'll be like packing up and getting ready to move. So that means that the earliest I'll be streaming is probably like Monday or Tuesday. Yeah, regardless. Should be fun. And we'll probably just wrap up these guys, do like leather, fix any of the details, do wood pieces, that kind of stuff. Yeah. And metal, you know how it is. Yeah, I've been enjoying. I like how this scheme looks. And I like how the flesh tones look. And going forward, that's probably going to be the method that I use for getting home. With that, I think I'm going to wrap up for the night. Close up our wet palette. Alright. Have a good night, everybody. Oh.